Welcome back, everyone. It is now time for Waystream to present. And with us, we have Fredrik Lundberg, the CEO. Welcome, Fredrik. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. Fredrik Lundberg is my name, and I'm the CEO of Waystream. And I would like to present us a little bit, the market, our financial situation, and our focus going forward. So I quickly jump into the introduction of us. We're a Swedish company founded in 2001, became our own in 2012, and was listed on First North 2015. We have our main office in Kista outside Stockholm, but we have R&D in China and in India, also in Stockholm, and production centers in Sweden and in China. All in all, we are 35 plus people if you combine the number of employees and consultants, especially within R&D. We have consultants in India, as it's easier to use consultancy firms, but most of them have been employed for a long time. So what do we actually do? We help city networks and operators to build the next generations of high quality FTTX networks. Our products are adopted for the FTTH market, and that helps our customers to get better, higher capacities, lower downtime, and better quality all in all. So our products are a number of different access switches that are in different. There are a number of different product lines. There are layer 3 and layer 2. It's dependent on how the operators and city networks build their network, so to speak. But we have fiber and copper. We have 1 gigabit and 10 gigabit switches, and there are a number of different varieties of these. Plus that we combine that with optics that we add in combination with these services. So what do these switches actually do? All in all, they connect apartments and houses to the fiber networks. So if you think from a network perspective, those switch cabinets that are placed on streets or in the basements of apartments, that's where we place our products, or the operator places our products. So what means when we adopt it to this means that that they are built to be outside in those cabinets. It can be really warm, can be really cold, and so on. So it's very specific usage for this. So we have customers all in all over Europe, also in Canada. But our stronghold is, of course, our home markets, Sweden and Norway, but also Denmark and all across Europe. Somewhere around 85 active customers. And when we say active customers is that they continue to build out their ongoing fiber networks with our products. So they are all ordering from us. Just to show that we have a strong footprint in Sweden, across Scandinavia, Nordics, but also Europe and globally. So we are continuing developing and taking market position in these markets. So how does our market look like? All in all, there is an extreme development over fiber networks across Europe, but also across the world. But if we only focus on Europe, the EU have decided that they have a target that 2030, every household should have 1 gigabit of fiber internet in their household. That is, of course, an enormous investment that is required to get there. And we are far away from it. And it's, of course, driven by the exponential usage of data. But if we look at it from a forecasting perspective, we can see that it's more than 100 million new households that are supposed to be connected over the next 5 years in Europe. So for us, that is, so the market is there, that's for sure. If we then look into just a few markets, we can see Germany, they have about 3 million households connected. They are planning to, within 5 years, have 25 million households connected. Sweden, where we have high amount of fiber today, it's still 40% more households going to be connected. So there is a growth in the market, in our home market, but across Europe. So for us, it's about actually taking advantage of the market situation rather than being able to compete. So there is enough market there for us. And especially in the market situation as it is right now, where the global trade problems, there are issues between the US, Europe and China and so on, that affects the vendors, the global vendors. So that is also in our favor. But if we then look a little bit about numbers, how are we doing in this marketplace? We had a strong fourth quarter. We continue to show growth. We have a strong customer base, as I said, and we, for the first time, actually saw that the demand was much higher than our production capacity. It was also a bit affected by the component shortage, but we can also see that the market and the interest for our products are continuously growing. So our sales growth was 8%, but it would have been higher if we would have received and be able to ship out more products. At the same time, we are continuously profitable. We have a 70% EBIT margin, which is very good, and we continue to invest in our products and in our future growth. But all in all, it was a record year for the year. We had 91 million in revenues and made an EBIT on 19 million SEK. And also a very, very strong cash flow. So we are now in a very good financial situation to go into next steps, to invest in our growth and invest in trying to take advantage of the market situation. So what is our plans going forward then? We, in our Q4 report, announced new long-term financial targets. Was to give some guidelines on how we see the market growth and ourselves. We see that we should have an average sales growth of 10 to 15% on an annual basis, an EBIT margin on 15 to 20%, and with a more long-term target of doubling our revenues in 3 to 5 years. So we see that we are in a good position to continue grow and do it in a profitable way. The board also announced that we are not handing out dividends this year, and it's that we believe that we can use the money in a better way. And we are also looking into to see if acquisition could be a part of speeding up our process, both either from a growth perspective, but also from a broadening our product portfolio, if we see a good match. So how are we actually going to reach these numbers? I'm going to focus a little bit on what we are doing. We are focusing on increasing our customer base. We see that the interest on the market for our product is high, both in the Nordics but also in Europe. But at the same time, our products are needed. You need to be in contact with the customers. It's technical sales, and so we need to be present. So what we are doing right now is investing in our sales and our communication. So we are increasing our sales teams. We have, during the fall, hired a number of people in Sweden, and we are also looking into opening in sales offices and hiring more people in Germany. We see that when we are driving the dialogue with end customers, we see a really good return on that investment. And we also see that we have very good conversion when customers test our products. In addition to that, added to that, we also see that we are trying to broaden our reseller and partner network. There are a number of companies that are selling to and they're building up the fiber networks across Europe. So we are looking into on how we can get in contact with more customers. And of course, we are looking over, as I mentioned, on acquisition, on how this could help us in our growth. But to support this, we also are planning to increase our production. I mentioned the component shortage, and that is in the marketplace. That is, of course, affecting our market as we sell high-end technology products. So we are planning to and have been working on increasing our capacity to be able to sell more products. We see that there are a number of our competitors that, due to the situation, don't have products to sell. So here we have an opportunity as well to sell more of the products that we have in stock and that we're building up in stock, but also over time to make sure that we have products, because we need to have products to be able to grow. At the same time, we are broadening and investing in our product portfolio. We are increasing our spending in product development, both to secure our existing product portfolio that it develops, that we are looking over on how to lower the cost on existing products, but also broadening the portfolio with new products, both from a hardware and software perspective. So all in all, we look over on where we can do. But what we can see in the marketplace is that what has happened now is that products and our existing customers are understanding the situation and that they are planning much more ahead on their orders. So we now have a much better control of what is happening going forward, both in terms of, so we have an understanding of what production needs, but also where the opportunity is in the market. So we see it as very interesting. We also have a big focus, of course, on sustainability. We are looking into on how our products, how we can work with green development. We also have a focus on our staffing, health, especially now in the COVID and the shift over, and also looking into how we can work efficiently in the marketplace. But we are in a good financial situation. We have a good product portfolio, and we see that we have a good part of the market and the opportunities there. So that was more or less what I had to say today. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Fredrik. So let's start perhaps with some potential challenges. Production and delivery times have increased across many markets, including yours. Have you seen any issues with this? Have you had any issues with this? And how do you handle this?
Yes, we see that this is affecting us, and it's affecting the market. Our existing customers are placing their orders much earlier than before, but we also see an opportunity among new potential customers that they are looking into. Can we support them instead of their current vendors if they cannot deliver? We increased our production. We started early to increase productions. We unfortunately have not been, we see the increases for demand is increasing higher than our growth in product development. But I'm positive, even though it is a tough situation regarding components.
And is it transitory or mid-term, long-term? What do you think?
I think the situation has normalized. We see that the components that were supposed to arrive now are planned to be delivered in 6 months, and so on. So it is a 6-month delay, but I see that it's normalized in the sense that we now know much better on which components are arriving the upcoming months. But I foresee that it's going to be ongoing for the next years, to be honest. I believe so. We see no signs of it going back to normal. But what is the new normal? I mean,
I see.
This might be the new normal, and then we're there.
Yeah. How will the 4 new product lines benefit your future growth?
No, the 4 copper lines that we launched in the fall are definitely going to be a good complement to our existing portfolio. We see that there is a demand in the market, especially in Sweden, where we have where a number of households, hundreds of thousands of households, have Ethernet in their copper Ethernet cables in there, and then those products are built for that. So we see a great interest, and I think it's going to support our growth.
Okay. Thank you very much, and best of luck.
Thank you.